Hey everyone, Chris here with Doc's Diesel, and today we have a 2018 Cummins here. Andrew from 6.7L Cummins brought this sweet truck here, and we're gonna do a full maintenance kit on this thing. So oil, fuel filters, air filters, we're gonna go through everything. All right, let's get started. First thing we're gonna start with is the air filter. For the air filter change here, you're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver or an 8mm socket. And there's just gonna be 3 screws on here. You pull them off, take the lid off, swap the air filter out. Now you can just pop your lid off, just like that, pull your air filter out. We got our premium Doc's Diesel air filter here. Just slide her on in. Now there's some tabs back here to slide into the base of the air filter, so don't forget to slide those in there. And air filter's done. Time for the fuel filter. So the engine mounted fuel filter is on the driver's side of the engine. And on the top of the cap, there is a little 1 1/8 spot to put your socket. I like to throw this down on there first and then fish my extension down into there. So before you guys pull the cap off, there is a little drain to get the fuel out of the fuel filter housing. It's gonna be the little yellow cap on the bottom of the fuel filter housing, and just turn it to the left and drain the fuel out. Now going back in with the premium Doc's Diesel fuel filter. Don't forget to remove your old O-ring and reinstall the supplied O-ring for the cap. You don't want to over tighten these caps because then the next guy is never going to be able to get that guy off. So you're just going to want to gently crank this until it stops. We're not applying very much pressure at all. So we got the truck up on the lift. We're gonna pop this oil drain plug to do the oil change. You're just gonna need a 3/8 ratchet for this guy. All right, oil's all drained out, going back in with the drain plug. Now these things don't need to get absolutely cranked. They torque to about 40 foot-pounds, so don't over tighten this and screw the next guy. That's good enough right there. Now on to the oil filter. The oil filter on these Cummins are in a little bit of a tricky spot, but luckily the Ram engineers got us a little window here to access it, so it's not that horrible. You're just gonna need yourself a little oil filter wrench like so. And just slide it on in here. So I'm unscrewing this with my hand underneath so it doesn't fall and blast oil everywhere. I'm gonna get my handy dandy oil filter cap, screw this guy onto the top of this, and just yank her out like that. Didn't spill any oil anywhere. So one note on your oil filter here, just make sure that the gasket here came off with the oil filter. I see sometimes that this will stick to the housing, then you don't notice, you put the new oil filter on there, you're fired up, and it's just, it's a whole scene. So make sure that comes off with it. We've got our brand new Doc's Diesel premium oil filter here going in. Got her screwed on there, and this thing is gonna be really good hand tight. You guys don't need to put anything on here to tighten it. The oil is going to expand that rubber and it's gonna make a tight seal. So if you tighten it and then that expands, you're never getting it off. So pro tip there, we got the oil filter on. Let's fill it up with some oil. All right, so now we got our oil filter installed. We're gonna go ahead and fill her up with the sweet Doc's Diesel 15W40. This truck takes 12 quarts or 3 gallons. You can use either 540. If you're in like a lot colder temperatures, I like to use 540, but it's the summertime, so we're gonna throw the Doc's Diesel 1540 in there. I like this oil because it does have the FR3 in there, which is like a friction modifier, so it makes your oil even more slippery. So really good oil. I even see like a little bit of a gain in fuel mileage putting this stuff in my truck. So let's get started. Throw the cap back on and we're all set. So last thing we've got is the cabin air filter. This procedure is gonna be the same from 09 to 18 on these Ram 2500 and 3500s. It's gonna be right behind your glove box here. So to pull this glove box down, you're just gonna squeeze in on both sides. This guy's gonna come off. So once you get your glove box removed, you're gonna see this guy sitting back in here. All you do is just pinch both sides like that. This one could be a little harder to reach. Comes off and the filter just slides out. So we got the cabin air filter out here. This truck does a lot of work. It's only at about 50,000 or 55,000 miles though, and look at how much stuff is already in there. Just totally caked. So this is gonna be a nice little upgrade for the the HVAC system. So we got the new filter in. We're gonna snap this back into place and reinstall the glove box. We're all done. And that's that. That's a full, all of the essential stuff you guys need to do on your Ram to keep these things running for a couple 100,000 miles. Now time to give this truck back to Andrew so he can go do some work. Oh, she's all set, Andrew.
Right on. Thank you, boss.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah,
have a good one.
So Andrew here, 6.7L Cummins, got another critical, crucial, and routine maintenance done with Doc's Diesels. Thank you very much to the guys at Doc's. Their filters are awesome. They make great oil. I've been running their stuff for a long time. You can't go wrong with them. Check them out.